a touch of loveless. Hey girlies, gentlemen, but mostly my girlies because I know y'all are the cooks. So I ran to the store. I had to grab some Mexican squash and I needed some asparagus. I didn't have that, so I went ahead and grabbed that. I'm jumping right in. I don't even know how to start this. I'm so excited. Like, woo! I'm making this channel because I know a lot of my girlies are, you know, also passionate about cooking, passionate about food, passionate about eating. And, you know, a couple things I was posting, a lot of y'all were interested in some recipes. A lot of y'all were interested in what I make, how I make it. So I just wanted to go ahead and start up a channel and do some food. So I hope y'all enjoy. I'm gonna go ahead and prep my counter and then I'll show you what we need for this ingredient, this recipe. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. I don't even know what to say. Okay, so this is what I have laid out, and this is gonna be for the sauce. You're gonna need honey, a lime, chipotle pepper, garlic salt, garlic powder, red crushed peppers, and then you're gonna need some oregano, and then you'll need olive oil, sunflower oil, whatever kind of oil that you guys use. I like to separate the chicken and season it on its own, so this here is just for my sauce that I'm gonna put in the chicken. This here is gonna be for the chicken. I like to go in with tequila lime, the onion, the paprika, the garlic, and then my chicken bouillon. I get my chicken from Costco. It comes like this. So this is as much as I'm going to be making today. And I'm going to go ahead and slice the chicken and then I'm going to wash it. So I'll save you the boringness of that, BRB. So this is a serving I have before I cut it up. Just to like give you guys like an idea of how much I'm cooking and how much ingredients I use for the amount of chicken that I use. It's looking like this. I go ahead and just like cut off all the fat I can see, and if there's like veins, any bloody, anything like that, I'll go ahead and cut that off too. But it's gonna go ahead and look like this, and then I'm just gonna dice them. Or actually, I'm gonna season them. What the hell am I thinking? To be 110% transparent, I am not a measure my seasoning type of girl. So I'm gonna literally go ahead and try to do the best that I can for you guys. But like I said, I'm not a measuring my season type of girl. So this is the tequila lime. You can go ahead and find this at, I want to say I bought this at Winco, but that is what I'm gonna do. I'll go ahead and fast forward this part. Some garlic, paprika, onion, oh no, blooper, and then the chicken bouillon. This one, I don't want it to fall, so I'll put it in the cap. And I'll put like maybe about that much, but like I said, maybe we'll just go ahead and do that. I still have this much left, and I'm gonna go ahead and use it for the back. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this, and then I'll flip the back and do exactly the same to that. Okay, so these are how the front sides is gonna look, and then I'm gonna leave the back side like that because we are gonna make the sauce, so you don't want it too salty or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to make the sauce while I let this marinate, and I'm gonna chop that up as well. Since I use a metal bowl, I go ahead and I boil it with hot water so that way it's hot and the honey can actually be mixed into everything. But you guys can also do it in a microwavable bowl and then just microwave everything. Okay, for the honey, it just adds the sweetness. This doesn't really have like a measuring, so I just drop as much honey as honestly I want. But I do go ahead and taste it before I put this on anything. But I go ahead and I'm gonna put a few more, but I don't want to bore y'all. Give me a sec. About that much honey. Then I'm gonna go in with some oil. I have a 1.5 tablespoon here that I'll fill up, and I'll go ahead and put that. So I'll put 2. So I'll go ahead and put 2. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put in a whole entire lime. So I'll squeeze the whole entire lime. I don't want to bore you guys. Nothing came out. That is unsatisfying AF. That's as much lime that I have. I go ahead and put my red crushed peppers. I personally like it spicy, so don't be scared. And I'm honestly gonna put more. Then I'll go ahead with the Chipotle chili pepper. Like I said, do not be scared. Do not be scared. But I will put like approximately like 1/4 of each of these seasonings, just in case you're scared. I'm like, I just season with like no regards. Like I'm seasoning until I sneeze. Like, achoo. Then I'll go in with oregano. Those 2 were the garlic powder, garlic salt. Like I said, 1/4 of each. Anyway, I'm kind of like a podcast girly, so I have a podcast going on in the back. I'm like, what are you guys into? Comment down below. I'm just so excited. Like, honestly, this has been something that I've been wanting to do for a minute now, but I just get scared. Okay, my bowl already got cold. So if you're like me and you're using a regular bowl though, and your honey is stuck like this, just go ahead and put it in the microwave literally for about like 10 seconds max. You'll put it in, you'll just mix it around a little bit until the honey is thawed out. Or if you don't really care for that, you can go ahead and put this in your chicken, and then when you cook it on it, it will go ahead and be cooked. So if the honey was melted correctly, you'd get something like that, okay? Alright guys, I have about this much. And life hack, if you can't stand the spiciness of this, just go ahead and add in a little bit of the chicken bouillon, and it tastes so good. My honey was able to go ahead and melt. Now I'm gonna go ahead and move over and dice up the chicken. When I'm done dicing up the chicken, I'm gonna go ahead and dice up the asparagus up to here, and then I'm gonna cut the Mexican squash. Make sure you guys wash your hands every in between. I'm gonna go ahead and put this butter on my pan for the chicken. It's a garlic and herb butter. That's why I really like with it. It's at Stater Brothers, so I go ahead and did that while I had my pan heated up a little past medium, but barely. I keep deleting the video and starting a new clip. I don't know how to work this. You're gonna go ahead and get this if you have it, and get some of this to put on the chicken. Not all of it, but some of it. So let me show you. Okay, I'm trying, guys. So I go ahead, do this, just put it on over everywhere. Because you already have so much just by doing this, you know? So you don't need to do all of it. Unless you want to. I prefer to save it for after. You'll see. Chicken's gonna go ahead and look like this. And then I am just literally gonna wait for that butter to be a little bit more hotter, and then I'm gonna throw it in like this. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put the chicken in, but I can't do it with one hand. Then I'm just gonna let the bottom cook for a minute, and I'm gonna put the top on, and then we're gonna go ahead and cut the... Because the squash take up most of my space, I'm gonna go ahead and just cut off the ends of this just because it doesn't fit. So go ahead and do that. And I got a different knife, and then I go ahead and wash my cutting board, but I flip it over to the other side. Yeah. But I'm gonna break off that. These all can go to the trash. You'll be done with that. Now for the Mexican squash, I go ahead and cut off the bottoms just about that much. And I cut full in a circle as much as I can. I didn't say my technique was good, guys, already. I just said I know how to cook. But just cut. Cut about this much, a whole entire Mexican squash. And then I just throw it on the pan with my asparagus. Then I do it the same with the butter. I go ahead and put some for the squash. And then I go ahead and put some for the zucchini. For the asparagus. I'm just so nervous, guys. I'm so sorry. I feel like this video has just been... I'm trying. So then I go ahead and put some in just the middle areas there, and then I put some in the middle areas there. I'll go ahead and take a piece from here, and I'll put it back in this. But it melts off, and it ends up getting all of them. But for these right here, I like to go ahead and season it with lime pepper. So I go ahead and use my lime pepper, not lemon pepper, but if y'all got the lemon pepper, go ahead and use that. I go ahead and use the lime pepper. It's gonna stick on when I have the butter. Go ahead and do that. And then I am gonna cap this and just let this steam for a minute. And then we'll go over here to the chicken while I let that steam. We'll go ahead and, oh, it smells so wonderful and beautiful. I wish I could smell the steam. It's already cooking to the bottom. Okay, I went ahead and I tried to flip all the pieces that I could find. And then we just go ahead and cap this one again. So we just let the bottom cook. And now we just wait for that. It's me and her baby. And her baby. Okay, so while everything like cooks and shit, go ahead and wash up all those dishes that you have. You just saw me right now. I turned it off, right? I mean, I turned it down. I go ahead. I personally like my blackened. So we're just going to go ahead and mix it just a little bit in case some stuff is still raw. You need it cooked. You mix it. And then I'm literally just going to go ahead and recap it. I'm still waiting for my asparagus and squash. But this is how they look. This is how they look. So, I am gonna go ahead and clean up an area so we could go ahead and make a little drink. We're gonna go ahead and make a drink together. So I'm gonna use approximately a cup and a half of rice, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wash the rice really quick. Once the rice is done, your girl is gonna put it in the rice cooker because I sadly do not know how to make rice on the stove. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in this, and then I'm gonna squeeze one whole entire lime in there, and then I'm gonna put 1/4 of some cilantro lime seasoning salt, and then when the rice is done, I'm gonna go ahead with some real cilantro. I'm gonna chop it up, and then I'm gonna mix it in the rice once it's done hot and fresh, because I just don't want it to like be boiled up in the rice. I don't know, that's just preference. But I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze one whole lime in here, put 1/4 of this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put it on a rice cooker. I went ahead and uncovered the vegetables. They should literally be like soft. Like you see my squash, it's folding. They should be like that. And then my asparagus is soft, but it's also crispy. So that's personally my preference. I like it. If you want it a little bit more crispy, go ahead and just leave it on here for a little bit longer. I would leave it uncooked now. I mean uncovered now, just so it can cook like that. But these are up to my liking. And then I'm gonna go ahead and turn this to low so I can let it just cook here in center. I am going to switch over here to the chicken. Put this on the counter over here. Now, the chicken is almost blackening. That's just what I love. I know y'all hear that. It's so spicy. then you could go ahead and add some more of the chipotle. So you could do it with the same instrument from earlier. I'm sorry, when I cook, dude, I'm like so crazy. But go ahead and just put this on the chicken. I like to make sure all my chicken is covered. And I love this. Like, I love the sweetness, but the spicy, like, oh my gosh. It's just my favorite thing ever. And if I have, like, leftover sauce, honestly, I just go ahead and put it on my cooked chicken. Dude, it's so good. But that's what the chicken's looking like right about now. And then I'm going to go ahead and just recover it and let it cook with it like that. My vegetables done, my drink done, and then the rice is cooking. I can't believe I forgot about the rice. Oh my god. But honestly, I think I'm just going to end out with a video like this. And I'm just going to show the cooked meal just at the end. Because this was just so stressful. And I feel like I low-key kind of was like a hit or miss. But honestly, I hope you guys like it. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get better at this. You know, tomorrow's a brand new day. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and get better. I'm gonna make some Magnolian beef grill. It's fewer ingredients and less time in the kitchen, so it's be a shorter video for you guys to like. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting me. I literally just will feel so, honestly, just so amazing if I get 5 views and like 5 likes. That's my goal for the week. 5 views and 5 likes. And here is the final plates. This is the final plates. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.